Hey, I'm Dukes on Twitch. If you want to support the channel and greensunzenith.com, you can find my Patreon, merch store, and singles store where you can buy singles through TCG Player or Card Hoarder in the video description. If you want to get in contact, you can also find all that info in the description below for things like donation deck lists or just wanting to reach out. Alright, let's get right into it. Hey, welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. Back today with something a little bit different. This is Abzan Loam Depths, a donation deck list from a good friend Steve. So Steve, a huge thank you, and very cool to see you run a very similar list at Eternal Masters earlier this year in Melbourne. The list that Steve sent through was a little bit different to this one. It had things like Urborg and Hexmage, but I wanted to try out, and hopefully it's okay with him. He didn't reply to my Twitter just yet, but I will do another one, of course, probably with the exact same list. But this is more of a Abzan Loam list with a Depths finish. So you'll still see the Mox Diamonds, the Chalice of the Voids, the Dark Confidants, which could be outdated. We definitely haven't seen a lot of Bob and Chalice in the format recently, but I think Chalice is just one of those cards that when it isn't good and people perceive it as not good, it turns up to be pretty good. A little bit like Stifle, but I think Stifle's in a different kind of category. Bob as well is just really nice card advantage in a metagame that does have hate for actual card advantage. And by that I mean that Dark Confidant doesn't of course draw cards. It puts cards into your hand, which is really nice. So it plays around things like Hull Breacher, Spirit of Labyrinth, Narset. It's also a creature, so it can attack, which is nice, and is usually going to be our best play off Mox Diamond on turn 1 if it isn't going to be the Chalice. So pretty keen to see how this goes. As I said before, we still have the Stage and Depths package. We have a small package as well for Reclaimer with 1 Flagstones, Dryad Arbor, Jukabog, Steppe, Caracas, 3 Wastelands, and then we have 2, 4, 6, 7, I guess 8 with the Dryad Arbor lands we can fetch with our 7 fetches. So that's pretty cool. A small Green Suns package. We have Sylvan Safekeeper and Endurance. We then have 4 Knights and 4 Reclaimers, of course. And then for additional removal, we have 2 Endings and 2 Trophies. Trophy is mainly there for either Murktide and big permanents are going to win games, or things that are going to be in the way that we just want to get out of the way before our opponent can benefit from the additional land. So things like maybe a Painter deck with Ensnaring Bridge or a Caracas for our opponent. And then to round it out, we have Life in the Loam, which is obviously quite strong in this deck. And Sevine's Reclamation, which I think is a card that should see more legacy play. It gets a lot of advantage for decks that obviously are built with kind of a lower curve. So being able to get back a 3-drop like a Knight and then get back 2 later on is not quite nice. We can also ramp with this by targeting a land, which is CMC 0. So some really cool things with Sevine's Reclamation. Lastly, we have the sideboard. 2 Armageddons, which I really like. I think it's a really great way to punish some of these 4-color decks where Choke and other cards just don't really hit hard, but Armageddon does what it does well. And in a deck where you have Knight of the Reliquary and Elvish Reclaimer, all the lands in our graveyard, it's going to be pretty nice. To make sure we don't lose to combo, we have 3 Deafening Silence, 2 Mindbreak Trap, and on top of that, Collector Oof and 2 Force of Vigor. Ramanap for any sort of matchups with a Loam, and Wasteland Recursion's quite strong. Endurance for the graveyard decks and Delver, and then Plague Engineer for any other creature decks we run into. So pretty keen to see how this unfolds. I've also gone with snow-covered basics here, and this is a play against any Field of the Dead decks. I want to be able to copy normal basics that they might run to hopefully then copy their Field of the Dead and maybe get an advantage that way. So should be pretty cool. Let's jump straight into this. We're playing Loam in a league with points. Nice. I haven't played Loam in a little while. I think the last time I played was with Connor, aka Loamer Boy, who I will be doing another stream with. I just have to find the time to get it through. But really enjoyed the streams with Connor. The only tough thing with streaming a Loam deck is Loam takes a lot of time to win, and having 2 pilots talking through each play can really add up. So I think because we've done a few now, we're pretty good at it, but it can be something that, you know, is the difference between winning and losing a lot of the time, especially in other grindy matchups. But yeah, this deck, of course, is really looking for that turn 1 mock start, either for a turn 1 play or a turn 2-3 drop in Night, potentially. Hey, Steve. Very cool to see you. I made some small tweaks. I'm definitely happy to take the other list straight through a league as well. But it's always tough. When you change one little thing, you kind of want to tweak something and then bring it back. I did just want to have a little bit more hate in the sideboard for the combo decks, but I really want to Armageddon someone tonight. I really want to chalice some Delver players on the play, and I want to, yeah, make some players really get really punished. But I do like the thought of like a lower to the ground version with Hexmage and Urborg as well. That seems really cool. And Hexmage has been pretty cool in the format. Taking counters off Murktide, taking counters off Chalice against 8 casters, pretty funny. Alright. On the draw. And I'm pretty happy to keep this. We have a turn 1 Bob, and then turn 2 we can actually grab back the combo if we wish, so pretty happy to keep this. Probably going to bottom the Dark Depths here, but we'll see what this opponent is on. Okay, so it's going to be some sort of Urza's Saga deck. Interesting start. Okay, the second Depths here definitely makes me think it. Yep, Hexmage taking out taking out Planeswalkers is very, very cool. We're just gonna go for a forest here. There is a world where I want to go for plains. Just in case they deal with the Mox, then I want the white source for the Savines. I think that's okay. Alright, opponent. Okay. Decay. Alright. I think here we could play the Mox potentially. I kind of just want to Savines back the Dark Confidant, playing the stage. I don't think there's a reason to use the Mox. I kind of want to keep both these lands just in my hand. Oh, okay. Saga is going to be fine. They have 3 cards left. They look so far just like a black-green deck, which does make me want to play around Assassin's Trophy on Dark Depths a little bit. So I don't mind just going for the combo here and also playing Reclaimer. If they have natural Krakus, then I'm definitely putting myself in that position, but it seems like a deck that's going to be playing Wasteland as well. Nice, really putting the opponent on yeah, a lot of pressure, but we didn't see too much. Funnily enough, I kind of get the same vibes of this deck, that I get some sort of like grindy deck where I do like the Force of Vigors. We did see Urza Saga. I do like the Ramanap. It looks like a pretty attrition style deck. This is probably one where the Chalice has come out. I think the Moxen are really nice. I probably like the Endurances too. Might be something like this. I could see myself going down on a Depths as well in case they are also a Depths deck. I'd rather just have the extra Endurance, to be fair. I think this is it. I don't think we're an Armageddon deck here, but it is interesting. Playing white, we do have Knight of the Reliquary, so we do have some big creatures if we do get an Armageddon going. I'm not sure if they will be on Bob, but if they are, Plague's pretty nice. But I'd rather see what creatures they're playing before I bring in the Plague Engineers. Armageddon does get every single Urza Saga, that's very true. I guess it's kind of between Force and Armageddon for that slot. Force is nice as well because it hits any sort of Mox Diamond, or like they're playing maybe Crucible to feed up those creatures. I want to see a little bit more from their deck, and then especially on the play, I'd be happy to bring in the Armos. But pretty nice start so far with the turn 1 Dark Confidant. I don't mind this hand. Yeah. Turn 1 Reclaimer and Wasteland potentially. Or just double Reclaimer. That's also pretty cool. Yeah, you definitely can. Maybe like Oops. I think you can start from like the very top and say, okay, we won't bring in Armageddon against Oops. Probably not bringing it in against Dredge. But like, you know, if it gets to top decking and we're at like 3 life against Burn, are we just going to Armageddon now our opponent so they can't draw into the winning spell? They have to draw into their lands first. I think we're in a position that we can just go for Savannah here. Hopefully turn that Savannah into a Flagstones. Prismatic Ending. Okay. Saga. Sure. Oof. Okay. Here I'm actually just going to go after the white source. And then hold up Reclaimer. They could play Tomb, they could also play Land Mox, but again, I like to make them have to have it. Bob. Okay. Bob's a little bit awkward. Because I kind of want to kill it. So I can either trophy here or use Reclaimer, go get Flagstones. But if I get Flagstones, then I can't cast the trophy. I think I would just want to trophy this. Give them their card. And then untap, hold up Reclaimer again, but wasteland the Saga. And just hope they don't have like a Fatal Push or like a Plains into Swords here. They could potentially have Crop Rotation, but I'm happy to do this now to play around them being able to get a Construct in upkeep. This is a bit of a ballet, where if they have a removal spell, they probably just respond, but I think I'm happy just trying to build up my mana here. Flagstones. And there it is. I was going to say, at least we have 3 mana to really do whatever we want here. Once you get to 3 mana, it's pretty nice. 4 mana is cool because you can double spell for two CMCs, but 3 mana is kind of a sweet spot. Hmm. Okay. They're gonna get back the Saga. No, a white source. Sure. I'm going to play the Depths, even though it opens us up to a Thespian stage, because we have the Caracas out. This is fine. They probably hold the Wasteland to be a little bit defensible against the Dark Depths. This is where Mox Diamond can be a pretty bad card in the deck, but I think it's worth having those really fast openers. Interesting. I could block here and give Pro with Step, but I don't think it's worth it. In case they have a removal spell in hand. And I do just want to go for stage anyway. Get Savannah. And then what do I want? I only have one Wasteland left, so I might just keep this one. I might just get a stage and see if they do anything here. No. Ooh. Well, that's pretty good. In that case, I'll attack. Get back Knight. Thinning or spell? Thinning. Okay. Still not an issue, which is nice. I will go for it here. They could be sandbagging Krakus. They have 2 cards. They didn't blow up the Knight, or they reclaim it when it was tapped. So I don't think it's Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. Nice. Whew. Very cool. Alright. Interesting. I think I would like either Urborg or Yavimaya in this deck just because of a situation like that where I couldn't Savines back. And the depth not tapping for mana is something I'm not too used to playing Yavimaya in Naya depths, of course. Hey Lynn Chalice, welcome. Hope you're well. Alright. Hey Mapson, too good to see you. Watu. Hey Eben. Look, turn 1 endurance is pretty good against a lot of decks, but is it this good? I don't mind this. Opponent's gone to 6 cards. S. I'd love for them to be on like mono red prison. That's what I want to see here. Volk's not too bad. There is a world where I don't actually mind just baiting with a Mox on a daze. But there is also a world where I just don't need to. Just got your rental account back. Very cool. Very, very cool. Looking forward to seeing you on the trophy board. So this could be show and tell, so I might keep the Crackers just in case. I also most likely want the basic forest. I'm actually just going to my Heath here, even though Heath has additional bonuses of being like 2 lands. I think this is fine. Oh, this is Wafu. So usually Waffo is playing some sort of blue-white control deck. So this is obviously going to be Jeskai, which I believe he's been streaming in challenges and doing quite well. But super nice guy. Probably one of my favorite pros. Really good choice in basics as well. We'll see if he goes to basic here. No. Oh, but Underground Sea. Didn't expect that. Not a great trophy target either, but Bob's pretty nice. I wonder if this is a him to Turek deck, which means I probably just want to keep the Mox Diamond in my hand. I guess maybe I should have played around Sudden Edict, potentially, and just got Dryad Arbor. No. Okay. Alright. Green Suns is interesting. Reclaimer, Knight, Endurance in hand, so Safekeeper. I don't mind just holding up the Endurance. If only Endurance had Pro Blue. I know, stretching, but still. Hey, thanks, Mapson. All the best. Hope you're well. Hope your basement's all fine. I swear, I believe it was you who had issues with their basement and water. And the mix of basement and water not being great. Sounds like a great deck to get Armageddon. It does sound like a great deck to get Armageddon. I believe that. Yeah, I wonder if they are on 0 basics, and if there's a way I can actually take them off a color, like, say, white in this instance. Alright. They're going to play Snap. They're going to target something, but they've already played a land, so I am just going to Iteration here. This is till end of turn, correct? Yes. That's fine. So I could potentially take them off red here. Which is pretty interesting. I could Green Suns for Reclaimer. I wonder if they are playing a basic. If they're playing a basic, it's definitely not a mountain. However, if they untap, play a land, and play like Jace or some sort of Planeswalker and have 2 Strixes, that's going to be pretty hard to get through. I guess I do have Green Suns for Reclaimer, untap, have access to Sajiri Step, which gives me pro blue with the Endurance. I don't mind playing a little bit loose. There's a world where I could go for Safekeeper here, but I think the better play is if it resolves Reclaimer, just to get 2 real bodies on the board. I will also fetch now just to give some respect to Sudden Edict, which I think would be a pretty great removal spell in their deck. And there's the J, so that's definitely the issue here. See if they brainstorm. I suspect a tick up targeting themselves, potentially. Maybe targeting us. Like, you're probably gonna try to... Oh, they are gonna... Okay. Nice. So they see the line of our Sajiri Step. So now it's just a naturally drawn Sajiri Step that gets us there. Mox doesn't. I'm happy to attack the Jace for 1 and see if we can trade a Strix away. I guess they put the Snapcaster in front. That's going to be fine. I always wonder with these decks, once they seek Mox Diamond, if they think of Meltdown being a solid card post-board. Chalice? Trophy. Okay. So they currently have up just Force mana. I don't mind trying the step line. Pro blue. Probably should have gone pro black because I could like fetch and fatal push. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. I don't think I want to Assassin's Trophy the Volk here. I think I'd rather just see what they do for their turn, because if they play another Jace, I do want to get rid of that. Him to Turek. I think in this case, I'm now happy just to lose the Tomb Oxen and go after the Volk. Force it, that's fine. Okay. I don't mind attack with endurance here. They might not even block thinking we have another step. Yeah, so I think it's free. This is also why you don't play the knight pre-combat. Small things. Basic things, but they all add up. He's on the Showcase winning list. I'll have to take a look. It's just cool to see him back. Like, him is a feel-bad card, but I just like that him is back. Took a little while. But here we are. Jack, him's in front of me, so by that I mean that him is back. But I'm not going to take a literal stance on this. So what we want to probably try to do in this matchup is get towards a 2020, sack the step, put it in the yard, endurance it back, which we actually don't have any endurances left. We can loam it back though, so that's nice. No Horizon lands. I probably should have gone for Horizon land. I actually like that. Yeah, I think here I just want to take out. Probably. I'd love to go after white, but I've already started going after red. Yeah, I would also like to go after white, but I just don't have that much to do. I don't need to use the mana right now. Yeah. I think here I'm happy to go for the flagstones and just try to get that value going. There is a world though where just holding up Reclaimer and going for stage into depths is better than Knight. Wow. Damn. Turns out iteration is pretty good. Dark Depth should be a Snowplains. Nice. I don't want to play it just yet. I want to try to Green Suns for Safekeeper or draw a Loam for the step. I'd rather keep this. Yeah, the attack makes me think they have another removal spell, like a Prismatic Ending. I guess there's a world where it's better to play the Heath in against a hindered Turek deck than just to hold it as unknown information. Jeez. Well, that's the fourth one at least. Upkeep him. Yeah. Nice. A lot of value. I'm going to bring in the Armageddons. I don't mind the plagues as just ways to keep the birds off the table. I also don't mind the endurances and the Ramanap. Not sure that I like the Moxen or the Chalice. Can see Caracas coming out. I like the Knights. I like the Endurances. I kind of want some Mox. Yeah, especially if I'm going on the Armageddon plan. Maybe I don't want the Engineers. I think I'm just going to keep the Moxen in because of the Armageddon plan. Yeah, Choke would be pretty cool as well. I guess Armageddon and Choke kind of take the same spot. Yeah, it's really relying on the Duck Confidence as a way to regenerate that advantage. And I guess Loam to some extent. But yeah, I think the board could do some work. Like even like 2 Swords to Plowshares in the board for the matchups where we take out the Chalices. Could probably try to cut away from the Deafening Silences because we have the Chalices. There's a world where I don't need the Deafening Silences in the board. That was probably just a mind blank. This is a donation list from Steve. I don't mind this, especially with the Wasteland and Loam. We'll go for Savannah. Okay. Some sort of drawing into a 2-drop here would be fantastic, so we can Wasteland and also hit the Underground Sea. I chose to not shuffle. I did just want to try to draw for that turn to see if we could draw into a little bit more gas. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if they had just like another one, like they had a 2-land hand that just couldn't beat Loam Wasteland. We'll definitely stole that one. Yeah, I think I did move a little bit more towards the toolbox with the like Safekeeper, and like Savine's kind of cool with Loam if you do like Loam like your targets, but I think I'm happy just to run it back, honestly. interesting. Yeah, engineer for Strix is definitely a consideration. I'm not sure what I would cut. That's the only thing. This hand is probably okay, but I think I just need a little bit more because it really relies on like Green Suns for Dried Arbor, destroy that, get the Duck Confidant in play, keep going. We know that trophies are a sinkhole, which is kind of cool. I don't know, Jack. It is pretty fair, but we have 2 ways to gain card advantage, which is nice. The trophy is a way to get rid of their lands. The Green Suns is a way to accelerate. Like if this was a 6. If this was a 6, I think I would keep it and probably bottom a endurance potentially. I'm gonna see how it rolls. Hopefully it works out okay, but as a fair play, I'm pretty happy about this. So we'll see how it slides. All right. But yeah, the Wasteland plan is really strong against them, so potentially mulliganing to just a Wasteland hand is fine. I believe this is every color but green, so they don't run Loam. Another land actually isn't too bad, and being a Dark Depths is pretty cool. Alright, we'll get Bayou. I'm getting the Bayou now in case we draw into Wasteland, and then next turn we can Wasteland and also play Dark Confidant. Strix is fine. Oof. And there's exactly why we went for that. We're going to take out the white and play Bob. Which turns off like Teferi Bounce as well, which is quite nice. Okay. I think I want to endurance this just to save it. Probably getting rid of the Green Suns. Could also just try to run it out. Just trophy their land, yeah. Alright. Hey Ark, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. 2995 followers, 5 away from 3k. Very, very cool. And Dr. Nicholas, thanks for the follow from 16 hours ago. I didn't catch you live, so still gonna say big thanks. It's actually pretty funny to look at their mana base and think that they're 2 lands away from being able to cast him to Turak. I can see why they're wanting to surgical the wastelands. We're just going to go with Savannah, Trophy the Tundra. If they have Force, that's more than fun. I can't really play around Force. Probably Underground Sea? Wonder if they have a white source left. I think they had 2 Tundras, 1 Scrubland. I believe we saw that game 1. Yeah. Hey, Rob Fighting. Welcome. Mox. That's interesting. I think Depths is just better. They chose to shuffle, which is interesting. Green Suns for Night? Interesting. That does turn on Wasteland, which is kind of cool. Yeah, maybe the Depths plan just isn't the greatest. Yeah, the Wasteland's good. I'm not that big of a fan. Does make getting top decks better. Hey Loan, welcome. I also don't mind 2 spelling. This also means if they want to force the Green Suns, and we still get to play a creature. I think it's too early as well for Sylvan Safekeeper, and I expect that we'll be seeing Plague Engineer from them at some point. And Plague Engineer on human is pretty strong. Another shuffle. No shuffle. Yeah, of swords. I kind of like Snow-Covered Forest here because it turns on... I kind of want to turn off Snapcaster here on swords. So I wouldn't mind just doing an Endurance right now. And then just holding up Reclaimer. It does put those lands back into their deck, but I think that's fine. I think their mana situation's already pretty good. Like we have one in Assassin's Trophy to be able to hit this white source. I don't think we have like the ability to really go after their mana anymore. Nothing, 3 cards. Probably the Dried Arbor. No. The Dried Arbor does a bit of work around like sack effects. Okay. Slam Jace. I think I might keep the copy flagstones for Jace, in case they fate still and leave on top. Just to have a shuffle on the field. All right. Strix is pretty good here. I honestly think we jam. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to jam. They haven't played a Planeswalker yet for a bounce spell. Like, I could have probably waited a little bit, but I like jamming. Does this mean that one card is force? I know that Wafo takes his time with each decision, which is fantastic, so it doesn't always mean that they have something. What's in your mind, Wafo? You can tell me. We're friends. They don't know the top of their deck. They have 2 fetches to fetch. Yeah, that's fair. I think I've definitely taken time with my thoughts as well, so... But there, yeah. Chess clock magic is very different to paper magic, especially where you don't have the person to be like, hey, let's pick up the pace. Let's make a decision. Chose to shuffle. Ponder. Oh gosh. It's always the second ponder. Yikes. Double yikes. Hey, look a boring welcome. See, Steve, this is a situation where your Hex Mages would have been great, because then, like, Dark Depths is still a nice little out. I will play this. The kill condition is Snapcaster, but I am going to concede this game. I think if this game goes long, they definitely have the upper hand. They have 6 cards in hand. Yeah, like we'll take a draw, but yeah, Loam doesn't really do a whole lot. Tough. Definitely got to be pretty aggressive with beats. Yeah, we can win by time, but I don't like doing that against Waffo. He's probably on a pretty good streak as well. I think he was probably XO going into this. Loam doesn't do a whole lot because they've taken out the stages and the wastelands with surgicals. So I can get back Dark Depths, but I can't turn it on. Dried Arbor Beats and Tick Down Depths. Yeah, that's fair. They did have 6 cards in hand, so... I think that by setting that win up, they would... If I did get to a situation where I could either Tick Down Depths and swing with a 2020 when they don't have blockers, or win with Dried Arbor, I think their clock would be out, so... Yeah. And Wafo's a really good streamer. If you haven't checked him out, you definitely should. Yeah, I definitely change it up. It's definitely part of Modo. But there's some games where it's pretty clear that that there's a winner. All right. On the play, it's a pretty terrible hand, unfortunately. It is a 1-lander, and that land is a swamp. So we're going to mulligan this. No green source. Green would have been sweet. We do have the Savines. I don't mind keeping this and bottoming the Reclaimer. Or potentially the Knight. Probably the Knight here. And then trying to just go for... Yeah. They mulligan to 6. I'm going to keep it nice and low. And Snow-Covered Swamp Pass could put my opponent potentially on Reanimator. Minsk and Buen, sadly, it is not online. And it doesn't have... Oh no, it's actually against Reanimator? Come on now. Oops. Alright. We do have Caracas as a live draw, but otherwise I think this is just a concession if they do unmask or grief us here. Yeah. They might actually just try to put us on the exact same list. We'll go for endurance. We'll go for deafening silence. We'll go for traps. Hey, Wafo. A huge thank you for the raid. Too kind. Welcome to all of those from Wafo's stream. You just played against us. Unfortunately, we went down, but it's pretty cool games. Pretty greedy deck that Wafo was playing. Usually on a Jeskai or blue-white control deck, but looked like a check pile just then. This is going to be Reanimator. So, hey Damien, thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I do like the Moxes. I still like the Duck Confidants, the Chalices, the Endurances. The Safekeeper definitely come out. The Loam can come out. The traps are interesting. Trap is really good against like a Lotus Petal, Looting, Reanimate, or Dark Writ, Entomb, Reanimate spell. I'm not sure if it's better than a card already in the deck. I could just take out Bobs and go for that, but the Deafening Silences and the Chalices to some effect with Mox are the traps. They stop your opponent from being able to actually put together those three spells. Force of Vigor is also pretty interesting because of Animate Dead, but maybe it's not worth it. Maybe this is just more than enough, and I just want to have ways to win. I think, yeah, I think this is fine, so I probably just want the Bobs. But the traps on the draw definitely sound lucrative. This is a nice hand, I'll keep this. We have like a lot of hate, which is great. I think we want to go Deafening Silence off a Savannah into Reclaimer. I'm not sure if I want to play the Chalice on 0 or not, which turns off Lotus Petal. Chalice on 1 is nice. Chalice on 2 is kind of cool because of Serenity. But I wonder what they thought we were on. Because we only showed Swamp. So we're definitely getting Savannah. That is a game action I am more than happy to take. It's tough because even if we draw into Mox Diamond, we can't Mox and Chalice because of the Deafening Silence, but the Chalice on 0 seems like a little bit of a waste with the Deafening Silence in play. Silence is definitely correct. The only thing is, do I want to play the Chalice for 0 before I play the Deafening Silence? Because of course after I can't. I thankfully can't get turned 1 on the draw with Silence out. I think I'd rather just save the Chalice for now. Maybe even just play Reclaimer and then play Chalice, Wasteland my opponent. Thoughtseize. Okay, this actually just changes things completely. My opponent's just gone, good lord. Alright. A green card would be perfect here, just to hold up for the endurance just in case. Okay. I'll play the Wasteland. Alright. Green source? No, but stage can become a green source by copying Savannah, so I will play stage here. And I will just attack for 1. Yeah, it's tough because they can go end step and tomb and then reanimate. Yeah, pretty funny to draw the Paducah Bog. Obviously a target I want for the Reclaimer. Ooh. No. Yeah, I need to represent Paducah Bog. My only other thought was, like, if they didn't play the Bloodstained Mire, we could have, like, Wastelanded the Black Source if it was a Badlands, change phase, make them Entomb, and then second main play the Bog. So I think we will just hold this up. And they're just going to pass back. That's kind of cool. All right. Okay, well that's a win condition. Yeah, I think that was literally the best draw. So literally the worst to the best. Yeah, I'm not sure what does it there. It would be pretty tough. I do like these traps on the draw. I think it's just going to be the Bobs. It could be one Knight, one Bob. I don't mind that. Just a little skim. Geddon? We will get Geddon into play. I will cast a Geddon tonight. It will happen. This is actually a pretty nice hand because of the endurance, but otherwise it doesn't do a whole lot once a creature is in play. Which is why I really like the hands with Mindbreak Trap. They chose to mulligan to 6. Yeah, I think it's way too risky to mulligan when we have such a pretty great hand. Like we have interaction, and we get if we get one turn, we're really good. Okay. Moxie would be nice. Windswept. I think it's just land, and then next turn we can Charles for 0. Oh, Charles for 1, sorry. It does make things a little bit more difficult. Well, they take the Chalice. Interesting. Oh, Mox is pretty nice. Are they on Show and Tell? They're on Show and Tell. Show and Bog for the memes. I guess I might as well. Don't really want any of the cards in my deck. Tough. Damn, we got played. Really tough. Yeah. Tough. Show and tell really nice there. Definitely a hard one to come up against. I probably really need my opponent to put in Grizzlebrand and me to have the Caracas, or my opponent to put in another creature and us have the Assassin's Trophy, but the double Thoughtseize into show and tell is definitely going to make sure that they have a pretty free line to the finish line. Ah, Mox with a 1-lander. No. Yeah, I'll keep this. I'll bottom a land because we have the Loam. Actually, it'll be fetch land pass. Turn 2 Duck Confidant. So we'll probably just bottom the Bayou here. He could pass. Yeah, show and tell they're really strong. We had a little bit of the graveyard covered, but it was tough. Yeah, the game 1 swamp was pretty funny. Opponent's gone to 5. Alright. Okay. I actually don't mind. Down to 5 cards. Just respecting days here a little bit. And then at least if they bolt the Dryad Arbor, we have the Loam the following turn. Also getting Knight to a 4/4 is quite relevant. Nothing. No end-step brainstorm. Huge. Okay. That is more than fine. I have 6 cards in hand. Try for Loam. Okay. Depth's not offering too much. It does offer us a win condition if we draw stage next turn. It also might just be a target for a wasteland, which would be great for us. I think my opponent will go after our mana. The Dark Depths in hand is also quite nice for a Mox Diamond. Murktide. Okay. A little late. We're not playing swords. The main deck out for this is Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, I think now we're trying to just Confidant into Thespian stage and make a 20/20, which then can of course block the Murktide. Yeah, that's a great point, Elver Voltage. Bog is, when it comes into play, Exile Tugger Player's Yard. It's not a May ability, so you do have to do it. Alright, getting aggressive. Alright, deck, you know what we need? It needs to be stage. Oh, it's trophy. That's pretty good. Do I want to dredge? No. Okay. Now I just have to make sure the bobs don't get me. Nice, Steve. Oh my gosh. Yep. Oh! Oh! What do we draw? I guess there is a reason to loam, because we could yeah, because we could try to just hit a Thespian stage and we kind of draw an extra 2 cards. We're just dead, right? We are just dead. Yeah. Because the knights do nothing. Safekeeper does nothing. Mox does nothing. Wasteland does nothing. Tough. Please don't see. Please don't see. Stage. Okay, good. We're all G. We're all G. Endurance. It's really it. The bobs are most likely coming out. I don't mind the Ragavan. And for Steve, we'll bring in a Geddon. Hey JR, welcome. Hope you're well. Yeah, maybe not this matchup, but look, I think it's better than Bob. I think Bob's just a liability. But if I can maybe get some tilt from my opponent in game 2 by Armageddoning, I think we're in a strong position. One lander, no. Look. No. This is our green source. This is a yikes. I think it's definitely the Caracas. And then it's between one of these because of Green Suns. I like keeping the trophy. I like seeing if we can untap with the Dried Arbor. I like having one piece of the combo because I think like on a Mulder 5, then the combo is just kind of where you want to try to get towards. Ah, that's really interesting. Thank you for pointing that out. There we go. Thanks, Aka. This is really a turn 4 play, because you want to play it to play a land the same turn, but you also kind of don't want to run into days, which is brutal. I think it's the depths and just try to get my mana online, but it's a tough one. Tough. Definitely not the hammy one. I think there's a lot we can do against Murktide decks. Like, I think Swords is just right in the sideboard for the matches where we take out the chalices. And having like a nice answer to Murktide outside of just Assassin's Trophy is kind of cool. But yeah, tough one. Alright. Hopefully we can finish on a high. That would be pretty cool. Look at this. Look at this false. The old 2-0 started like, oh, this is looking good, and then tough because we have the Dried Arbor. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just drop the Bob here because it's currently what I can't cast. Hey Min, hope you're well. Really enjoyed your recent article on the MTG Goldfish. Very, very cool. Big shout out to the MinMax blog. Yeah, I feel like any sort of Dried Arbor deck always has just like the opening Dried Arbor. Ooh, okay. Mox Diamond? No. It's a boring one though. It's about Delver. No. Any piece from Min is max. Max value, max enjoyability. I could wait on this, but I think like just jamming it is so nice against a Scalding Tarn deck. Surely they have a lot of 1-drops. Like surely as soon as I see Scalding Tarn, I'm going to be thinking about Ponder, Brainstorm, potentially Delver, potentially DRC. But I don't think that not playing the Reclaimer and playing the Chalice around Days is worth it, because then the Elvish Reclaimer is just stuck. Mountain. Okay. Knight's pretty cool. I think Knight here is fine. I'm trying to think of a world where we die to burn with fetch lands. With like price progress, which Wasteland does help against. Wasteland also means that if I need to make the Knight bigger, I can make it a 4/4 on command. Good verse Goblin Guard. Okay, there is a Force Pitch Brainstorm. Okay. Well, we will attack. Interesting to see the basic Mountain. Potentially a play in Delver just to have a red source that can't be wastelanded against decks like Death and Taxes. Sort like a Grixis. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now I remember why... Yep. Okay. I get the message. Grixis. With interesting basics. Usually you see older basics in Legacy. But hey, who am I to judge? Yikes. Can't even wasteland myself to make the Reclaimer a 3/4. Kind of bummed about that. That'd be a sweet play. Yes, this looks like a Grixis control deck. Hidetsugu has been a card that a lot of players have kind of seen where Grixis is at with this card in it, because it is quite good. Gives you a nice clean out to Uro, which is nice if you time it right. Ending. 2 mana, 2 mana. I'm just going to hold up the stage here. Sudden Edict isn't too bad because we can float the mana from Dryad Arbor. Oh yeah, that's still fine. And then we can sack it. And now I can just use the mana to go and get Dark Depths. There is a world where I should have got rid of the Wasteland and kept the Karakas as a second source of color for Prismatic Ending on a Baleful Strix. Nice, that's okay. Yeah, thankfully Dark Depths gets there. This is gonna be a tough one. That's a lot of basics for a Grixis deck, but maybe that's just how they're built. Thankfully, Armageddon does get rid of basics, so we're looking the goods. I can see the Chalices coming out, potentially some number of Moxen as well. But, of course, Moxen with Armageddon, quite nice. Endurance isn't too bad. I kind of like just going out on Chalices and going up on threats. Ramanap's also interesting as well, but... Savines is interesting because of the Hidetsuku exiling graveyards. I could see that just not being that great. I feel like with the Hidetsugu, they have so many ways to get rid of Chalice. See how this slides. There's a world where we get to get some value off Savines before my opponent gets a Sudoku in play. I actually don't mind this hand. Like, turn 1 threat, we have 4 lands, we have an endurance, we have a trophy to get rid of something special, so... There aren't too many like key cards that I'm looking for. I'm really looking to just play my lands out. And there's Savines. Okay. I wonder if they run back to basics. Surely not. I can't really play around that. But I will get a forest here. There's a Wasteland target. Okay, still pretty good. We still have Savines. Pretty happy to go after the Underground Sea here, which turns the Reclaimer into a 3/4, which gets it out of bolt range. Thank you, Himda Turek. Okay, you got me. Oh, the one-lander. Mox? No. Hold up Assassin's Trophy. Not great here because it does give them a land, but there's not really a 2-drop I want to hit anyway. Ooh, opponent. Surgical on Reclaimer, that's fine. Interesting to bring in Surgical. I guess Surgical is just their way of dealing with Dark Depths if they can get 1 in the bin from like a Himda Turek. Or potentially like Sudden Edict the token and then take out the Dark Depths. Flashback is 5. I'll get Wasteland and Endurance. Wasteland first. And then the copy gets Endurance. I don't know if they're a Murktide deck, but I'm happy to put the lands at the bottom. I could go after this. I don't think the swamp is worth it. I don't really want to give them other colors either. How's Green White versus traditional burn? Glacial Chasm out of the board is quite nice, and typically we're returned faster. Just getting this here so they can't like sudden edict us. But looks like my opponent just got mana screwed. Nice. Ah, going out on their own terms. Very cool. Ah, please, Sorin. Look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card and put it into your hand. If you do, you lose life equal to its mana cost, which is like a bob. Cool. Create a 2/3 black vampire creature token with flying and lifelink. Well, we know what creature that is. And then it deals 13 damage to any target. You gain 13. Interesting. That's pretty cool. It's cool to see like a planeswalker that can't be pyroblasted either. That's played in Pioneer. Yeah, tough. Well, look. We finished the 2/3, which is pretty cool. Thoughts? Tough. I think I would like, for like the matchups like Death and Taxes, where Chalice comes out, it probably would be good to have some amount of sideboard cards in, like Source to Plowshares. And I think it's Deafening Silence that I don't need because we have the Chalices here. So then we have Chalice and Mindbreak Trap for fast combo. So I kind of feel like the Deafening Silences are just double ups in cards we don't really need. We also have like the Endurances as well, which is quite nice. So I could definitely see Swords coming into the board as potentially even just a 3 of. And then we have like creatures, like mid-range, and then combo. I sadly don't have time for one more league. But I will be back on Sunday night, potentially. Yeah, Steve, I think that potentially there's a world where we can like just go down on the curve, and yeah, run the Yorgs, run the Hex Mages. Maybe too many colorless sources or tech lands. 13 untapped green sources, including diamond on 1. Yeah, definitely something to think about. Because, like, Green White Depths has double step, double flagstones. It does have Yavimaya as well, which helps on green sources. Yeah, we did seem to mull for mana a lot. That's very true. I could see there's a world where we just go up on fetch lands as well. Potentially like a Marsh Flats, because it gets both plains and swamp. The only thing I don't like about Marsh Flats is that it doesn't get Dryad Arbor. Like, maybe there's a world with like Safekeeper and Chalice in the deck. The step just isn't needed. It obviously came up tonight though, which is tough. Like, I think these three are definites. I like the 3 Wastelands. I like the 4 stages and the 3 depths, but I could see the depths going down to 2 and then like adding in another fetch land. The Flagstones is nice with Reclaimer, but isn't really needed. But it's just a really good nice to have. It's also quite nice, of course, with Sylvan Safekeeper, because there's kind of a free activation. I do like the 4 Mox and the 4 Bobs. Just being able to play Bob, like, even if there's like some world where Sylvan Library should be in the deck, I just really like the ability to play Bob in a pretty low curve deck. Like, when you're looking at the amount of 0 drops in the deck, we're looking at 40, which is pretty high. Could play Sorin. We don't have any Planeswalkers in this list. Mainly because I wanted to have a lot of my threats through Green Suns out of the board. But I guess Planeswalkers are kind of called a land before you Armageddon, but if you're getting a Planeswalker into play, you're probably doing pretty well anyway. The Loam was quite nice. I could see a second Loam in here. Like, maybe the Safekeeper is more of a sideboard card, and then maybe the Ramanap is more of a main deck card. A lot of the time we do want to get lands back, and protection we do already have. Like, if we keep the step. Grist is pretty cool. I didn't think about Grist, but Grist is also a nice card for Murktide as just a Green Suns target. That's pretty interesting. You're gonna try Grist over the 4th trophy? Nice. See, Steve, yeah, if you put together your list with Grist, that'd be cool. I'd be very happy to go with that. Because, yeah, Grist is just so strong. Especially in this deck where we do have, like, some play in the graveyard. There's a lot of room. There's a lot of room to improvise with Abzan, which is quite nice. So, we'll see how that goes. But hey, a huge thank you to you guys who came in from Wafo's stream. If you do like this content, definitely consider following the channel, because we are currently 3 followers away from 3K, which is very cool. So, yeah, 2-3, not too bad for a first timer. And I think there's a lot of movement around the deck. I do like the basic strategy of it, which is nice. So we'll see how that goes. Damn, I did see in the sideboard, which would be cool. The other card I was thinking about was Witherbloom Command, because it does have a lot of play to it. So that could be pretty cool. Nice. We hit the 3K. We hit the 3K. Too kind. BGSS, Nim, AKA, and Damien, thank you very much. Too good. If you guys want to find me on YouTube, you can find me here. On Twitch. On Twitter, sorry, you can find me here, of course. But yeah, I'll be back on probably Sunday night, if not Monday. I know that I have a league coming up with Jack playing a deck that I don't want to say on stream. I don't want to mutter the words that, yeah, you'll see what happens. Kai is also pretty interesting. The exile abilities and graveyard ability is pretty cool versus Delver, which is nice. But it's a case of just finding the room in the board. That's the big one. Let's see who else is streaming and send you guys over there. Hopefully someone from Legacy. I'm gonna find, actually, Geeky Jackson's quite cool. Geeky Jackson does very well with the cubes. I believe he's currently like the trophy leader overall for everything. I think he has the most trophies of anyone in any format. which is pretty sweet. So enjoy that. See you guys. See you soon.